Good blessed Friday, January the 13th, 2023. I greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't even matter whether you the proclaimed toughest or the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't matter whether you like me, anything that I say or do. That's your prerogative. You have a right, constitutional right. But I'm coming to you all today, especially to Brian, other brothers and sisters, with the exception of my two young daughters down here. I'm going to tell you a blessing that I received in the mail today from the Carbondale, Illinois, Jackson County Chief of Police. They've been listening to me and my two young daughters. Brian only siblings is going down to Carbondale, Illinois, to the Carbondale, Illinois City Hall, City Council meetings, and speaking up about the unjust investigation of my son, Brian Lamont Johns, who we all know that was found hung. But he told me that in the letter, he was responding to the comments that was made December the 13th, 2022 at the Carbondale City Council meeting. That's when me and my youngest daughter, Birdie, 16 years old, spoke. And y'all heard Birdie speak about the injustice that been done with the death of her big brother. But he said that they had reopened the case, but they had never told me about it. They reopened the case and talked to somebody that was might have been some type of lead, but the lead came up to be unfounded. And guess why? Because to somebody that they talked to had mental illness. Ain't that a damn, let me stop it. Ain't that a damn shame? All these other people in Carbondale, they picked somebody with mental illness. But he said he gonna send some more stuff to the Illinois State Police. What I want him to send to the Illinois State Police, because me and my youngest daughter, which she's not afraid to look at a dead body, but we noticed something today and looked at the pictures when they took my son down from that hanging, and you can see a big indent in his head. You can see his nose smashed all the way in. We already knew 3 of his ribs was fractured. You see what I'm saying? We know on his left hand, there was a gash in the back of his left hand that go all the way down to his tendons. There was blood, a spot of blood on the front of his pants. There was a spot of blood on the back of his pants by his back pocket. It was a spot of blood on his gym shoe, and there was money balled up in his right hand that they opened it, pried his hand open. Somebody by the name of Sam Bryant said that he's a deputy coroner. We have yet to be able to find, we have yet to be able to find anybody registered in Carbondale, Illinois or Jackson County, Illinois as a deputy coroner. The coroner's office in Murphyboro said that he's a deputy coroner, but when you Google it up, you can't find it unless they just put it. But we searched him down as working for the white funeral home where they sent my son's body to. Thought they was gonna cremate it because they thought because he was homeless that he didn't have nobody. But Sam Bryant is a employee of that white funeral home who had my son's body, but they had a black mortician come to pick him up to take him there. But anyway, I would like for them to let the Illinois State Police look at all the pictures of my son that was taken when he was cut down, to look at all them injuries that's on him, that the pathologist, the coroner, his deputy coroner, the chief of police, none of the investigators can tell us where any of them injuries came from other than him. They said he hung himself. I would like them to examine everything that these individuals did. A white female claims she found my son's T-shirts around the corner on the 3rd floor in another building. She told him at first it was at 8 o'clock in the morning on the same day, March the 19th, that my son was found hung. But guess what? When I put my YouTube up, because I talked to her, she took pictures of my son's T-shirts, his mask, in this axe and other things before the police even got it. The same day now, I'm assuming. But then the chief of police in the reports, they'll say that they looked at my YouTube and they sent the detective back over there to talk to this girl. They didn't take her down to the station. They talked to her, but guess what? She changed the time of day that she found my son's T-shirts. Now it's 11 o'clock. Indian students said they found my son's body at 1 o'clock. But then let's go to the CSI lady from Carbondale, from the Carbondale Police Department. When she made a report back in April, she was there when they cut my son down. She was there when the so-called deputy coroner pried my son's right hand open, because it was closed up while he was hung. That's why I'm trying to see how he hung himself. Rigor mortis closed his hand up, but he pried his hand open and found 3 paper dollars in it with blood on it. Guess where he put this money at? The CSI lady didn't think with the training she had, she didn't think to put this in the evidence bag. They put it in the body bag. But it was blood on one of his gym shoes, a spot of blood. She put them in the evidence bag. But let me tell you this here. This same CSI lady and one of the other Carbondale police officers or detectives went to the autopsy on March the 25th. They wouldn't let me go. I asked the NAACP President Linda Flowers. She said she don't have the stomach for it, and she don't have nobody in the NAACP in Carbondale to go. So wasn't nobody there representing my son but the Carbondale police and this pathologist that they found in this racist town that I just came from a couple of days ago, covering the story of a sheriff here in Mississippi County, Barry Morgan's trial. But anyway, they had her. And when she did the autopsy, the CSI lady was right there in front of her when she was doing the autopsy. So was the detective. So the money, they had money in his pocket. That goes show you the coroner or the deputy coroner didn't examine my son's body at all. He didn't have no shirts on. That's the only thing they looked at. They didn't look at none of his other body. Now, the pathologist say where she got the money, $3 paper dollars out of the body bag. It was 70-something cents worth of change in his pocket. But the CSI lady in the Carbondale Police Department and the deputy coroner, had they did their job, they would have knew that was in there. You see what I'm saying? But they didn't do it. They would have knew it was drugs in his socks, but they never took his socks off. You know why? Because I believe they covering it up. But now look, I made a YouTube showing where this money, they didn't put the money in the body bag, and the CSI lady called the pathologist in June or July, 2 or 3 months later, and asked her what was the $3 found at. She should have seen when she was on the crime scene that the so-called deputy coroner took the $3 out of my son's hand. He pried it open. She was right there. She should have seen where he put it at in the body bag. But the pathologist confirmed to this so-called professional CSI lady that the money came out of the body bag. So she changed her story just like that white female. Wasn't nobody black looking into my son's case, because I think it's racially motivated, and I think the Charles Carbondale Police Department has something to do with it. I pray that the FBI get involved. I pray that the Illinois State Police get more of the evidence than what they just sent them, that belt in my son's fingernails. Get that fire extinguisher, get his pants, get his T-shirts, because see, that white girl took the T-shirts in her house. If she took them in her house, she should have been downtown and interrogated, but they didn't do that. She was white, my son was black. I'm gonna leave it at that, y'all. If you wanna try to open this case, stop talking to mentally ill individuals. I'm not mentally ill. I didn't go to school as a pathologist, as an investigator, but I'm doing more damn investigating than the Carbondale, Illinois Police Department. Peace be still.
This is March the 10th, 2021, when my son was still alive, 9 days before he was found hung in Carbondale, lynched. You'll see Sergeant Draper. Seems like it's another police car. You can't see him, but it's in front of Brian, down a little ways. But I want you to see, the call was that somebody, Draper didn't get the call, other police got the call, and dispatch got the call that somebody said, I guess Brian, which my son, was trying to get in their car when they was moving, and whoever it was, they let them be known that they didn't want to press charges. They just wanted Brian to get help. People in the town knew Brian needed help. Even the people at the Samaritan home, they was trying to get him help. Carbondale police wasn't. For some reason, this lady Sarah, y'all, that heard him talk about before, you will see her in one of the other videos. She deal with the registration when a person been convicted of a murder. But I want you to look at Sergeant Draper. Get a good look at him, y'all. I believe he had something to do with my son's death. You see my son walking across the street. In his report, that's what he told him. And just look real close now. Once he get Brian, and then the other dispatch, tell him to go put his hand on the fence. Now, his dispatcher and the other police gonna tell him that there's no need of holding them no more. But watch what he do anyway. This is Sergeant Draper. I think Sergeant Draper is some type of mafia, some type of Nazi or Klan in Carbondale, Illinois. He got people that's from Chicago, Illinois, in the northwest side near O'Hara, up in the area of Narragansett, up in that area.
Can you give me the X-ray?
Now, even though he had no reason to, he should have unhandcuffed. Listen.
303. Go ahead. I've got Brian detained right now. Is your RV one to come by and do a show up or talk to us further about the situation?
Listen, y'all.
The RV was more concerned about Brian more than he was about talking to the officers. 303-430. Situation related more so to the consumption of methamphetamine or crack cocaine than anything else.
Now, how would he know that, y'all?
303-430. Go ahead. I just spoke with the RV. There's no charges here. Would like him to get some help. Simple.
He didn't like that. The man, the dispatcher told him they didn't want to lock, that the people wanted him to get help. His officer told him he wanted to get him help, but yet he gonna tell him it's more so methamphetamine and crack cocaine. That's what they found in Brian's body, and I believe Sergeant Draper. Get a look at him. I'm gonna give y'all some more close up on him and it's a long video to this, but I'm gonna show you a couple of them. Just look at his face real good. Look at that haircut too, y'all. This particular video, my son Brian Lamont Johns in the back of Carbondale, Illinois police sergeant Guy Draper's police car. He's in the parking lot of the Carbondale, Illinois Police Department, handcuffed. Sergeant Draper handcuffed him earlier because somebody called and they said that, I guess, he claimed they said that Brian was trying to get in their car while the car was moving. But the caller said, and it came over the radio with the dispatcher saying that one of the other officers said the person didn't want to press charges on Brian. They wanted to get him some help. They knew Brian just like everybody else. The Carbondale police knew Brian real good too. Just because he had a drug habit, they took advantage of him. And you would see in a lot of the things, he always calling for Sergeant Draper. The night before his death on March the 18th, 2021, when he was at the Warehouse Liquor. You seen my YouTube when the man called, or when he was at the mall, he called and asked who was on, and they said Sergeant Draper and somebody else. But listen to what Brian say, how they follow him just about everywhere he go. When he in Walmart, they following him. Check it out.
Okay.
When am I going to see you?
Next Friday, right?
No, on St. Patrick's Day, dude.
I got you. It's on the paper.
Before you go get a beer, stop by the PV.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep. I don't get it. I got a calendar.
Are you going to be high?
You want to write his
Hell no.
write his court date on there or no? It's going to be 3/24. And then the 7 days after that, you got court at 1 o'clock.
Guys.
And you'll see me that day too.
No pay by
Alright.
mail.
I see you everywhere. You follow me at Walmart.
Boy.
You got a truck in the place on me. And Murfreesboro. Like, what you doing? I paused. I couldn't see shit.
Hey, you never know when we're watching, dude.
And then you got it too,
That day
too.
too.
I
I
saw
bet
you
you halfway. And you
trying to go in that house, man.
He like the fence. Oh, not do all big. I'm like, fuck that. I ain't got no time
Please
for
don't be
this shit.
high next week when you
Yeah,
come in.
dude.
I really don't like it.
I know.
You know, it just makes me upset.
It's probably fun for you, though, right?
Man, it turned into a
Uh-huh.
It turned into a journey.
Yeah, Journey.
Yeah.
Not a good one.
Because I was over there sick of one. I was finna put them in line.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
You see, Sergeant Draper said, "Never know when we watching you." But I'm a close it for right now. But I just want y'all to see the pattern with Sergeant Draper. My son said here, even though he high, but he said that they be watching him, following him, even at Walmart. And Draper said, "You don't know when we follow."
approval to do that, but
Let him know.
This is Sergeant Draper, y'all. On the day that they found my son, he's in the hallway of the 400 North Oakland Street, posing like he at a Hollywood thing. And my son is still hanging up on this railing at the time while the other authorities is there. Look how he posing on the phone, y'all. I'm going to show you another picture of him right quick in the hallway as my son sitting up there hanging.
911, where is your emergency?
this is Brian Johns, man, and hey, y'all want me up out of here? Get me the fuck up out of here, man. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, man.
Okay, where are you at?
I'm at the mall, man. Quit playing games, man. Y'all know what it is, man. And hey, look, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, man. Hey, you can send me to Beirut. I don't give a fuck where you send me to, man. And you know I'm full of sense and I'm smart. I'm a man.
Okay, I'll send an officer over to you.
Who's in charge anyway? If I may ask.
Sergeant Draper and Sergeant Lomax, sir.
Tell Draper, man, I need to holler at him, man, on some real shit, man. End game, man. I'm finna fade to black, man. That little powwow at Charlie Park, when I told him I'm standing down, this and that. Hey, look.
Okay.
I'm in my right state of mind. I'm not intoxicated. I'm not on drugs. And I'll prove it. I'll do a backflip and everything.
Okay. I'll send him over there to talk to you, okay?
But hey, look, let them know, man. Hey, all right.
I want y'all to take a close-up look at the belt that my son allegedly hung himself with. It's after, I guess, they cut it down. It was about 46 inches long. Now you remember on some of the knots, the Illinois State Police crime lab DNA said that they had 3 contributors on those on the knots, and then on them little rivets, they had a couple of them with 2 of them on there. Two contributors, my son and somebody else. And by him being high as they claim he was, we would wonder, how did he hang himself like that? I just wanted y'all to see that for right now. The belt.